Hey guys. Jesus, I need a haircut. Just figured I'd give you guys a brief update on what's going on around here. It's been a while, and a lot of stuff has happened. I recently got the car dynoed, which I actually don't know if I have any videos of the car itself. I have the dyno video, which I'll probably put in here. Kind of a fun day. Me and my buddy both went over. Aside from that, the day before we did that, the Jeep had some issues on the way home from work. So, voila. It's not even Morton Joe, but yeah, we got the head off. I'll show you later, but the cylinder one piston skirt kind of blew up. And from there, things have kind of steamrolled. So between the Jeep blowing up, my thing is I always hate vehicles that are down and don't move. And then once they are down, I use it as an excuse to fix everything that I've been putting off. So, the bumper came off. Added a bunch of gussets in here that I've been meaning to add. I need a new winch cable because that one's ancient and coming apart. And I clocked the free spool lever. Stuck that out the front so you can actually get to it. Aside from that, the main one is I've been gathering turbo parts. So, stock split manifolds, 1 3/4 V-bands, a split donut, and then we're going to step that up. Practice piece for the flange. We'll get there. So the turbo, obviously, China Girl, mail order. GT3582. What are the specs on it? It's a GT3582. No, I'm not going to measure the wheels because I don't care. Obviously, it's water cooled. Whether I'm going to use that or not, I still don't know. But, yeah. Of course, this doesn't come with it. You had to buy that separate because, you know, that makes sense. Luckily, I was able to use some Ford Edge fuel tank recall bolts out of my pile of stuff here. I'm running out of 8x125 bolts, but I got plenty of 8x125 DPS6 clutch nuts. If you know, you know. I think I have an oil drain for this that might work. From my... Jesus, I gotta clean this place. Pile of Volvo stuff that I've accumulated over time. So let me see if I can find that and see if that works. And then I'll go show you the Jeep and kind of give you an overview of what our plans are for it. And, yeah, and I'll probably go show you the melted piston. So like I said, I have this. I've kind of noticed I kind of prefer these. On the car, I have just a normal flange with an AN and then an AN threaded on it. And that gets real tight on the compressor cover. For most turbos, that car has a T3 on it, but this is a different turbo. Whereas this, hey, it actually lines up. Since it's a long tube, it kind of brings everything away from the compressor cover and ends up out here, which it's still a little tight, but it's not nearly as bad as trying to tighten a 10 AN in here. So, yeah, it looks like this will work. I'm going to use my last two flange head forward edge fuel tank bolts. Cut these shorter so that they don't bottom out, and then we'll get that tightened up. So here she sits, all blown apart. So the turbo is probably going to end up going over here, and I'm going to make a up pipe using the stock split manifold. Then I'm probably going to get a frozen boost air to water setup and run it over the top and then in with the heat exchanger in the front. And then, like Ian from Wheel Every Weekend always says, doesn't matter what you buy for off-road stuff, none of it fits. So, like I said, I'm going through and fixing some stuff that I've been meaning to. So this steering brace rubs the shit out of the pitman arm, which you can't see. So, I'm going to cut this off because it's not going to work. It just doesn't fit, like I said. Then I can see if I can salvage my leaky steering box, which is a hydro assist, obviously. Because I think I managed to mangle the threads by trying to get longer bolts. So, you know, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But, getting there. And then, here's the car. Like I said, I don't think I've ever talked about it at all, but if anybody really cares about this, I'll actually make some videos on it, but yeah, I'm gonna go buy some cutoff wheels and see what Pep Boys has as far as fittings to weld into the oil pan for an oil drain. So here I've got a bunch more stuff. Intake, MLS head gasket, water pump, valve cover, oil pan. There's my Speed Pro pistons. My scat rods are already at the machine shop, so I'm going to drop those off next week and get them press fit in there. ARP head studs, rings. I'm going to gap the rings too. Then here are the remains of the piston skirt. So yeah, she was noisy. I'll see if I can actually put a video of the Jeep running like this. And then this is just more stuff. I'm still waiting on stuff to come in, and I still gotta buy some more, but Faster fuel rail. Fasster on eBay. It's nice. I really don't need one for the more flow, but the main thing is it's a pass-through. And it's 8 ORB on both sides. So, I can use the stock feed line, for now anyway, cap the one end, and then the other end, like I said, I'm waiting on fittings, boost reference fuel pressure regulator. So this way it'll bump my fuel pressure up as boost increases. That's that, and then injector pigtails for EV1 style connector, because of my car I have a spare set of 42-pound Bosch Green Giants S60R injectors. So the stock injectors are 22.5 pounds. These are 42s. From what I was seeing, they should work. They should work fine. If I really start maxing this setup out, I may run out of injector, but I had them, so it was cheaper than buying a whole new set of injectors. SRT4 map sensor. I was up in the air in this. Because of this is a 2.2 bar map sensor, there's only like 7 tables, or not tables, 7 rows in the fuel table. So there's not a ton of resolution there. So with this, you only end up with, I think, 1 or maybe 2 rows for NA tuning. But we'll see if I end up using this or if I end up going with a Honda sensor. I still got to get the pigtail for that fuel pump. It's a Walbro 255, which should, from what again, if you're not on Facebook, I get it. But if you are, there's a Facebook group called Boosted 4 Liters or Boosted 4.0s. I don't remember. John Sharkey and Anthony set that page up. It's really good. Use the search function and you can find almost anything you need. So this I should be able to make work with the stock sender filter, obviously. And then I'm going to do pass-through bulkheads on the top of the fuel pump hat, because the fuel pump has a built-in pressure regulator on top. So if you rip that off, it's just a big hole. And then I'll make a plate, and then I can put this bulkhead in it, and then just put a piece of hose from here to the fuel pump. And then I have to come up with another bulkhead for my fuel return line from the regulator. And then there's some DEI heat shield stuff. Some little things. Like I said, I still got to gather some parts, but we're getting there. And then as far as tuning it, HP Tuners does do JTech stuff now. So optimally, goals would be to have Ryan Hogan, Flying Ryan Performance, tune it. Apparently he's pretty backlogged with jobs right now. That, and then I have a wideband for it too, but I can't data log with it, so I don't know. My buddy does have HP Tuners, and he has kind of messed with it a little bit, so who knows, maybe we'll try and mess him with it or what. But I am here in Sloppy Central, but so if anybody knows somebody that has messed with JTech tuning, let me know. But and then it'd be cool to see if Matt would want to touch it, but I know he's with the kid, he's busy, and he's got the Mustang all ripped apart now too. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's going to be kind of slow as far as the turbo build. I'm going to get the motor back together and get it running NA, but I'd like to build the hot side at least so I can get that sorted out before I go further, but in due time. Thanks, guys.